moving on. Deadpool 3 has expanded its cast with unsurprising additions, I think is the best way to say it. So, Colossus and is her name Copycat? Is that who she
Copycat,
becomes?
yeah.
Okay, I was thinking Shadow Cat, but I'm like, I don't think that's correct. So, yeah.
The Shadow Cat's Kitty Pryde.
That's it. That's why I was confusing the two. I was just reading some X-Men and I was like, trying to get back into that. But
I'll be
yeah.
perfectly honest. I saw this and I saw her name and I was like, but she died in the second one. I
Yep.
completely forgot he brought her back.
I had to have my wife explain to me what happens in the second movie, and I was like, this doesn't seem right. So I went and read a quick synopsis. I was like, oh yeah. The whole movie is
So
pointless because at the end he just resets everything to before she
yeah.
died. Yeah.
I totally forgot the reason why I don't like that movie.
Yep.
While still not liking the movie. It's kind of
Yeah. That's it. So
success.
the only missing piece of this puzzle, as far as we know, is Josh Brolin. Like,
No, they didn't announce what's her face? Negasonic Teenage Warhead.
I mean, I kind
Or
of wasn't.
Yukio, in fairness.
I wasn't expecting either of them, but I'm gonna assume they're gonna show up in the X Mansion again, right? Like,
I mean, probably, but they are the only two people we're missing. You know, we've got the guy who drives the taxi.
yeah.
We've got the old lady, right? Who
Yep,
did
she's
the-
back. Yep.
Yeah, literally everyone but those two.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that's fine. It's at least they're bringing back
Nice.
most of it and not recasting anybody,
It's
which
true.
was the worry. So this movie's sounding pretty good. Again, they start shooting in like 2 months ish. It sounds like they're starting production right alongside Thunderbolts in June, possibly early July. So like this thing is almost here, which means the cast is getting rounded out. And from what we
Also
understand,
means we've got this and Blade back to back.
yeah. That's wow. That's pretty good.
That's if they don't delay and move stuff around. But as it stands, Deadpool 3 and Blade are the two
Yeah, that's true.
coming out with each other.
And also, like, looking at Deadpool 3 in regards to like the bigger picture here, I mean, this film has to deliver on a lot of fronts, which I appreciate that they're giving them more time. Because if you guys remember, Deadpool 1 and Deadpool 2, they had the quickest, almost like Matthew Vaughn first class turnaround. It was like less than 12 months. Like, that never happened with Fox. Like, they did not do that. Like, so this film, given it almost like 2 years, is pretty good. Like, it gives them a lot of time to make sure everything is right and feels authentic, which I like, and also allows them for degrees of, I don't want to say hard pivot, but if something doesn't work for reshoots, like we just found out they added one of the writers of She-Hulk to the film,
Yeah.
which honestly, some people are upset, but I'm like, bro, like, yeah, She-Hulk makes sense. You would want one of those writers on there, especially with that whole fourth wall breaking. Like, I'm sorry, but She-Hulk broke the fourth wall better than any Deadpool moment, I would say. So,
Oh, easily. But wait till people find out that one of the Miss Marvel directors is doing a Star Wars movie.
yeah, oh damn, oh yeah.
Ooh.
Yep. So, any thoughts on Deadpool 3 and what's going on here? Because we keep hearing just every week it's something new hits. It's like, oh, cool. It's shaping up to be exactly what I want. So,
I'm in the same spot as I was after Deadpool 2. I'm really struggling to care.
yeah.
Like, really struggling. Like, it's cool that Jackman's coming back as Wolverine, but I don't know. I'm not expecting him to stick around. Not expecting any of the supporting cast to stick around.
Yeah.
I'm only expecting Reynolds to stay. So
Yep.
I don't know.
That's honestly how I'm expecting it. Like, and that's kind of like my holdup as well. Like, I'm excited to see this really bad because we're going to get Hugh in the suit and everything, but my complete expectations are like, oh, by the end of this, it'll be like Wolverine will return in Secret Wars. Yay, clap. Okay, I will. But other than that, it's going to be like their post-credit scene tag is going to be like, and Deadpool's the only one that remains. It's going to be like, oh, so that was all for nothing, huh? Like, it's a weird one. So we got to wait and see how they handle it. Because there's no way Hugh Jackman's going to play proper MCU Wolverine for another 20 years. That's just not happening. So,
no chance.
Yeah.
No chance.
That's too much. So, I don't know, Tristan, any feelings, thoughts, concerns? What's your...
Not really. No, just I just wanted it to be good, but
Yeah.
I'm glad that they're getting some of the fan favorites to come back because Deadpool 2 isn't very good.
Yeah.
That's the only really thing because I'm glad that they got like Hugh back, but I'm just like Mitch, I'm just indifferent to Deadpool 3 at this point. I'd rather them just have a clean slate after this
Hmm.
movie with migrating Deadpool into the MCU to see what he can actually do with different characters other than X-Men.
Yeah. I mean, I, to me, it'd be
I mean, we know
amazing.
we're going to see him with Loki and Owen Wilson, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're clearly going to do the TVA.
My my
If they
biggest,
don't, I'd be surprised. I'd be shocked.
and that's the thing. That's like my biggest like thing looking at this. I'm like, I would honestly be funny if like, and I know a lot of people would be pissed. They bring Deadpool and like the TVA arrests him, and then it's like the MCU proper Deadpool just kills him and takes his place, and he's like, oh, I'm Deadpool now. It's like, oh, we can play on. He literally killed that version of Deadpool that
Literally,
we were
yeah,
following. Like
yeah.
people would be pissed, but it's like, but look, guys, it's an in joke because that happens in the comics as well. Deadpool's been replaced, different versions you followed, the multiverse, like the whole poolverse, if you will, was a whole thing that happened. So, I mean, they could play around with it. So,
They kill him off and just bring in Gwenpool. Do that way.
I'd be cool with that. I like Gwenpool. She's entertaining enough. So,
Watch
but
watch the old white men rage on YouTube.
you mean like they are with the
Yes.
Marvel trailer, which we'll talk about in a
Yes.
second? Yeah, yeah. Well,
Yeah, I mean, it could happen, but it's kind of weird with how they kind of retconned her to being an Omega level mutant instead of being a person from an alternate reality.
yeah, that's true too. I forgot that happened. Yeah. Well, I mean,
Everyone forgot that happened.
let's be real.
No, it was weird because she thought she was from an alternate universe, and goes, "No, you're just an Omega level
I
mutant.
mean,
You just went a little crazy. That's all."
there is no way that Ryan Reynolds is going to resist the urge to recreate the Council of Kangs scene, but it's just going to be every version of Deadpool ever, right? Like,
That's exactly what's going to kill that universe.
yeah, yep,
He's going to use the thing that the little cable time travel watch.
yeah.
He's going to get a bunch of himself, like just from his one timeline. It's going
Uh-huh.
to be him a million times over. They're all going to be dressing up as different things. Everything's going to collapse, and you're going to get the oh well.
Yep, yep. It's like, oh well, one of us will survive, and then it's just the MCU one, and that's it.
Yeah,
Perfect, done.
and
See,
we move on happily in the knowledge that we'll never see them again, apart from Jackman.
agreed, agreed. I can do.